Hey guys, it's CarGuy11. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully okay, safe and sound, and hopefully you're staying busy. Um, yeah, quite some interesting times we're in right now, but I just wanted to do this. I do have some requests for you guys, and I just want to talk a little bit. But yeah, I'm using YouTube Live tonight. I won't be able to share my screen, so it's a little bit different. I usually like to do the Google Hangouts previously was able to share a screen, and then I was using this other one for a while. But yeah, we'll give this one a try. We got a couple people on. Patrick, how's the Jeep? And Matt, hey Marco. Hey Matt, thanks for joining us tonight, both of you guys. Jeep's okay. I am still waiting on the new transmission. If you guys didn't see that video, I had the rear end replaced again. And that's all the 4x4 service 4x4 issue. Warning light. I got that back. Not that I really needed four-wheel drive this winter, but at least that solved the light, and it's running fine. It's just the transmission has always been rough and not the smoothest transmission, put it that way. So I'm waiting patiently for the new one, although I think it's going to be a while given all the shutdowns at the plants and everything. So unfortunately, but we'll see what happens here. Augustine, thanks for joining us. What do you think about AFE cold air intake? Which vehicle are you referring to for the C7? Okay, cool. Yeah, I am definitely looking into cold air intakes. Well, I guess I might stay tuned, put it that way, Augustine, but I'm definitely looking at cold air intakes for the Supra as well. So, and they're on the list for the Supra. But yeah, actually, it's funny you say that about the C7. So yeah, stay tuned very soon. In fact, probably the next video on Saturday. I'll just I'll let you see what it is then. Patrick says he has the same Jeep. Yep. What do you think, Patrick? Not happy with the transmission as well? It definitely does some goofy things. So hopefully this updated one will be better. And also hopefully I don't have any more issues with the drivetrain. But anyway, guys, and Thomas says interested as well, quarter intake for the C7. Yep. Stay tuned for Saturday's video. I guess I let the cat out of the bag. It's getting one. Augustine says several reviews seem like it's the best one. Definitely be tuning in. Okay, yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, we'll go from there. You could definitely comment on the video, and we can discuss further. But yeah, I mean, cold air intakes are a funny kind of thing. Everyone's like, why spend the money on a cold air intake? Because it really doesn't give you much power. I'm more interested in the sound. So my criteria was more sound. I knew I wasn't going to get much more power. And also, if I'm not going to get much more power, I didn't want to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on one either. So that was my theory, and you'll see what I ended up going with. So, but anyway, yeah, and if you guys haven't seen my past few videos, I don't know if there's any Supra fans on here, but definitely check out the last one. It was pretty cool about coding, and I got to put a lot of new features on the Supra with the OBD Link MX Plus adapter and the Beamer Code app. It's really cool. Could do some really cool things with it. Augustine says 18 horsepower, 22 torque. I honestly don't believe any of those numbers. Um, at least it doesn't feel like it, put it that way. Uh, Cadillac Shack, are you sad you didn't get the C8 after seeing how happy everybody is? Street Speed, TJ Hunt, etc. I actually was going to bring this topic up tonight, so I'm glad you did. I I'm not sad. I am definitely curious. I want to drive one for sure because people are gushing over it, gushing, gushing, gushing. So I don't know if it's just, the hype and, the first ones to get it. So, of course, they're going to go crazy over it. But I do know that the first reviews were not all positive. Motor Trends, several of them, they were not very positive, to be honest. There's understeer in the car. I mean, it is a very nice car, very nice upgrade to the C7 interior. Some people like the styling. I'm still not sold on the styling. I don't like that it's a bigger car than the C7. And, you know, I'm not even sure about all the electronics, the brake by wire, and they've had check engine lights, and they can't even do burnouts. And then the one did the donut, and it had check engine. So like, there's so many electronics on that car that I don't know. Especially the first year, they're going to have issues, and then it's probably like the exotics. You really can't do anything in those cars. You can't do donuts. You can't do burnouts. I mean, those cars don't like it. And the dual clutch, you know, it's protecting the dual clutch wear out. Those exotics have like a clutch life. If you look on the computer, and I don't know if the C8 does, but yeah, I don't get me wrong. I think it's an awesome car for the price too. Um, I'm more wanting to wait and see, and also I want to see what the Z06 has, because if it has that high revving flat plane crank V8 naturally aspirated, I'd definitely be interested in that. Um, Thomas says, I really don't want first year if a new gen. Yeah, I mean, there's just too much that can go wrong with that car. Um, oh, and then the funny thing is, when I saw it in person, I complained about all the holes above the engine, the vents for heat, and I was like, man, if it rains or even washing a car and everything, that water is just going to pour right on the engine and the engine cover. And I just saw an article today. I think it was on Car and Driver, and some YouTuber uh, made a video about that, and I had to laugh because that would be so damn annoying. I mean, it's hard, first of all, to get in there to clean it, and to do that every time you wash the car, or if you're caught in the rain, whatever. Um, I don't know. That's that's annoying to me. Plus, that car is so big. There's so many scoops and everything. It would take you forever to wash that car. So I don't like that part. But anyway, uh, Cadillac Shack says Supra question mark. I don't know what you're asking me. You're probably not a super fan. So I do have a Supra. If you didn't know, maybe that's the part. Yeah, I have the brand new Supra and the C7. I still have the C7, so I have both. Definitely check out the channel. Oh, and speaking of the channel, let me see if I can show you guys. Since I can't share screens here, oh, it's backwards, so that doesn't really help. Well, we hit 9,000 subscribers this week on CarGuy11. So thank you. Thank you for all the support. And definitely want to hit 10,000 this year with your help. So help me do that. Share it with your friends and everything. And yeah, and there's super content. There's C7 and the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk as well. And also, the part where I need your help is I have a new car this week, and pretty excited. Toyota. if you remember last summer, I got a Toyota Corolla XSE hatch manual, and Toyota gave me it as a press car for a week. And the reason was, the backstory is, I, obviously bought the Supra last year. So I contacted Toyota and I asked them if there were any media events for the Supra or any kind of drive events that I could drive it before and see it before I bought it. Like, I bought it in August and I never drove the car. I did see it at the Detroit Auto Show, but they got back to me and said, no, there's no media events at that time. Was in the summer. It was after the real media event that I saw a ton of YouTubers at. But anyway, they said they'll put me on the press car list. So they ended up giving me a press car, and unfortunately, not many people watched it. So I really didn't think I was going to get any more, and I didn't for the longest time. But just a week or two ago, I contacted them. I asked them, about the 2021 Supra, and I asked them about SUVs and stuff because, as you guys know, I have the Jeep that is giving me issues, and I knew that the 2021 RAV4 Prime is coming out this summer. So I asked them about that, and if for those of you that don't know, this is going to be a plug-in hybrid SUV, four-wheel drive. That, well, we don't know what the fuel economy is because it's a plug-in, but the exciting part is it's actually decently fast in a 5-second range, 5.8 seconds 0 to 60, and you get the tax credit. You get the $7,500 electric tax credit, and at my work, we have electric charging. So it's something that kind of enticed me, interests me. And so I asked them about the RAV4 hybrid, the regular hybrid, if they had any of those. And they said, sure, we'll send one out to you. So for a review. So I got today, I don't know if you can even see this because it's backwards, but okay, there it is. It's a XSE RAV4 hybrid. Sporting RAV4 because it's the most powerful. It's 219 horsepower, and it has sport suspension and stuff like that, the black wheels and all that. So, yeah. So I have it. I'm gonna have it for a week. Let me know if you want any kind of info on it. But what I'm asking for you guys, even if you're not interested in this vehicle, if you could please just watch the video, because I need to get views on it, and they need to see views on it to give me more. So that's what I'm asking for you guys. Thomas says, my wife loves the RAV4s. I like the hybrid features. Yeah, 40 miles per gallon. That's what you get with a four-wheel drive vehicle. That's insane to me. And with my Jeep, I get about 18 miles per gallon. Now, unfortunately, I wanted to drive it just like I drive the Jeep to work every day in traffic, Pittsburgh traffic, sitting there. And I wanted to actually get real world miles per gallon. Well, unfortunately, I can't because I'm working from home. And so that's going to be the difficult part. How can I replicate the driving conditions to see what actual miles per gallon I can get in that vehicle? Thomas says they look good to me. I think so too. Honestly, I mean, they're more rugged looking to me than the like the CRV, the Escape, and that's important to me. I do like the Jeep because it's rugged looking. So I do kind of like that part. The styling is decent on it, especially in that XSE trim, as that black roof and black wheels and black accents. Cadillac says, go Toyota, you won't have all the Jeep issues. Yeah, true. I would hope not, for sure. Now, another thing this vehicle has is a it's a CVT. Um, it's a complicated transmission. It's the electric with the gas, and it's they call it an eCVT. It's not exactly a CVT, but it feels like one. Put it that way. I didn't drive it yet, honestly. They just dropped it off this afternoon. But yeah, we'll see if I even like that. I'm not sure. And it also has the electric all-wheel drive, meaning the rear axle is powered by electric motor only. No mechanical engine torque going to it. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see if, we'll see how that feels, if it's even, if it's even feels disconnected or not, put it that way. That's one thing I am worried about it. So let me see here. People are texting me. All right. For everyday Cadillac's like, yeah, for an everyday driver, I want something comfortable. I'd like something four-wheel drive. I have a hill of a driveway, and usually we get bad weather here in Pittsburgh, but this year wasn't too bad. I do like something rugged looking though, but like I said, that plug-in part is pretty cool. If I could plug in at work, and for those of you that don't know, I work for Uber self-driving vehicles. So we have plugins there that I can take advantage of plugging in and everything. But yeah, that would be something I think about for sure. DG Long X. I read there's an issue on those where you can't top off the tank all the way. That's interesting. I know, like, even my Corvette, sometimes if you put the nozzle in a certain way, it just keeps clicking. So sometimes you just have to actually hold it like halfway. So maybe that's why. But I'm not going to test that, because guess what? They give you a full tank of gas and they don't expect you to fill it up. They just pick it back up. So I'll be lucky if I use a whole tank, especially with that 40 miles per gallon and not really driving much. So, but anyway, yeah, so that if you guys can help me out and watch the video, even if you're not interested in that car, I would appreciate it. I'm also going to test their safety systems out, as far as their adaptive cruise, if it does the stop and go. That's one thing in the Corolla I couldn't really test because it was a manual, so it would always kick out at like 15 mile an hour. So I'm curious to see how it does the lane keep. Now that I have a lot of experience with the Supra self-driving, or I shouldn't say self-driving, the ACC system in the Supra. A Supra's pretty good. The lane keep isn't great in a Supra. First of all, if you turn it on, it'll ping pong you, and then also it's pretty aggressive. It wants to get you back in lane. So I usually actually have that off, the lane keep part. But this is actually supposed to have, it's called trace control. So it's supposed to keep you centered in the lane, which I'm curious to see if it'll do. So yeah, stay tuned for all of those tests as well. And again, I'm going to test that four-wheel drive system. I think I'm going to try to trick it up a little bit and see what the balance is, the front rear bias on that. So, but anyway, there's some other Toyota news. I don't know if you guys saw this, and again, I can't share my screen, but there was a leak of the new Toyota 86. Let's see if you can see this here. Yesterday, I seen an article on this, and it's going to be coming out next summer, 2021 summer, and it's also rumored to have a 250 horsepower turbocharged four-cylinder engine. What's that sound like? The 4 cylinders 2021 Supra? Yeah, 250 horsepower. How are they gonna compete? That's what I wanna know. Uh, the 86 should be a lot cheaper than the Supra. Supra, we don't know the pricing of the 4 cylinder yet, but I'm thinking it's gonna be right around 40, like 39.9, something like that. And this 86 is probably gonna be, low 30s. Now that it's a turbocharged, it might be more expensive as well. So I don't know what's going to happen. And was really shocked to hear that. Now, these are rumors. It could be changed and they could maybe not even do the turbo, but I pictured it not having a turbo just like it is now. Maybe an updated engine, naturally aspirated. But with the turbo, it's definitely stepping on the toes of Supra. So not sure. But yeah, I am like, actually excited to see what that car is because it would be it's a cool lightweight car, good handling. So, but anyway, what are you guys up to anyway? Are you guys working? Do you have to work? Are you working from home? Are you laid off? I hope you guys aren't. I hope you guys are doing well. I am working from home. I know I'm usually in cars, testing the self-driving vehicles, but we are doing some computer work at home. And actually, one thing that's pretty cool, I think, we're actually helping Uber Eats. If you guys ever order food from Uber Eats, there were so many restaurants that signed up because they don't have the foot traffic anymore, that they need some income, and the only way they can do it is takeout and food delivery. So there were thousands and thousands of restaurants across the whole country and world. Even they're asking, even our division of Uber, who doesn't really deal too much with that, they asked us our help, now that we were home, to build menus on the app. So we actually were helping, looking at the restaurant menu and then building it in the app, using computer programs and stuff. Pretty cool and I felt good about doing it because it helps everybody out, helps, people get food, helps the businesses earn money, helps Uber earn money because the rides are, no one's going anywhere right now. So all around it was a pretty cool project. But yeah, let me look at some more of these comments. Thomas is working from home, going a little crazy. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I definitely one thing I want to do is start driving, but I'm gonna, probably this weekend get the car out and just take some drives. I've been filming a lot on my free time and trying to get more videos. I'm trying to do like 2 videos a week, which really hopefully you guys are enjoying that, staying busy. Also, if you haven't seen like the cross country trip, there's playlists on the channel if you want to see those. If you're bored, the cross country trip's really cool. Also, the cheap car challenge, that that video has way over 100,000 views, and the series there, I have a whole playlist on that too if you guys are interested, and other car reviews and just some of the car shows. I mean, that's kind of old news, but yeah, take a look at the channel if you're interested in seeing more things. And then Cadillac said he didn't even know about the Supra, so yeah, take a look at the Supra playlist as well. Autonut's here. What's up, Autonut? It would be nice to have more power, but it almost always ruins it being forced induction. I agree, and especially like a 4-cylinder turbo usually has pretty severe lag. The threshold, you usually feel the difference. I don't want it to be turbo, honestly. I think the 86, maybe with an updated 4-cylinder that takes away that torque dip at like 3,500 RPM that everybody talks about. If they can clean that up and keep it lightweight, because the turbo is going to add weight too, I think that's the best thing, because otherwise, yeah, you're competing with the Supra, and then BMW's 4-cylinder turbo and the 6, that I have. they're very good engines and very little lag. So now I haven't driven the 4-cylinder BMW, but I believe it's pretty good as well as far as the threshold, the turbo threshold. But Toyota, I don't know. Well, it would probably be not Toyota's engine, or probably Subaru's engine. So I don't know how that one is, um, but yeah, I think naturally aspirated would definitely be better. So okay, let me see. What else did I want to tell you guys about? Oh, I got my Supra poster in the mail. I don't know if anybody. Well, there's not many Supra fans, but I just got this like yesterday. So I gotta get a frame for it, but for Super was offering a poster. I don't know, it was a few months ago, I think, and yeah, I just got it yesterday. Pat's here. Hey, welcome, Pat. Yep, just got my Super poster this week too. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what took them so long, but it's here. I need to get a frame, and we'll put it up. I got Corvette. I got Mustang. For those of you guys that remember, I had a 2015 Mustang only for a week. It's got totaled. Unfortunately, a drunk driver hit me. So I think maybe we'll put the Supra over here, maybe move the Mustang where you can't see it over here. But anyway, yeah, Pat says I think they ran out now. Yeah, they I think it was in the fall that they offered that. So, and I was kind of pissed because all the launch edition Supras, my color blue is not a launch edition. They all got a gift apparently, and I didn't get one. So I'm mad. So that's my gift, I guess. But yeah, so I'm gonna get a frame for that. I think that's everything. What time is it? Well, it's about a half an hour. So unless you guys had any other questions, I hope you stay safe, don't go out, and watch CarGuy11. But no, definitely stay tuned for the Corvette video on Saturday. I have to edit it. I just been doing all this stuff and working, but hopefully I can get it up for Saturday. And then, of course, this Toyota RAV4 hybrid review. Please watch it, even if you don't like it or have no interest on it. Just put it on in the background. I want to get some views on it so that they'll give me not extra cars, more cars, like the new 2021 Supra I want for sure. And then even like the 86 or the new 86 or the old one, I take the old one too, to drive that. And even some of the other SUVs I wouldn't mind testing out. Pat says, so I had something happen to my 2020 Supra around 3K miles, lost most of the crackle and pop when the engine is warmed up now. Huh. Such a strange issue to happen. Couldn't pull up any air code. That is weird. And that was in sport mode, Pat, because it only happens in sport mode. That is strange. Yep. Now, if you saw my last video, and you should, I programmed the car to always start in sport mode. And when it's warmed up, and it even happened on the video, man, it was so funny. Like it banged, like it was so funny. Like when I first started up. Normal mode you won't have because it upshifts to max gear for fuel efficiency. Yeah. Although if you're doing highway driving, or you do lose a lot of fuel economy in sport mode. So I do sometimes I have it in sport mode, but put the transmission in normal and then do manual shifting if I want to do something sporty, because otherwise it's holding gears real high RPM and losing fuel efficiency. So yeah, Pat, definitely take that in. Are you no other mods on the car? Like you haven't changed the downpipe or Um, he says he gets about 10 to 16 miles per gallon in New York City, depending on traffic. Well, yeah, yeah, especially if you're in sport mode and in the city. Yeah, that's not too surprising, I guess. But took it to the dealership, couldn't pull up anything in their scan tool. Ah, and you don't have a tune on it or anything. I mean, I'm actually curious how it sounds in sport mode with no pops. I mean, just a flap open. Does it sound, still more aggressive? But you know, the crackle and pops, I especially before I got it, I was like, I don't want that. I don't even like it. I think it does sound good though, now that I have the car, but I wasn't necessarily something that I was like, oh, I had to have. But but yeah, uh, they that that has something to do with the programming or the fuel. What kind of, you're using the 93 octane up there. Some OBD stuff that was in your first video. Okay, the Beamer code stuff. Yeah, that one affected. Um, only if you put it on normal mode all the time or something. But I want to say my pull the battery, not pull the battery, disconnect the battery and put it back and see, just to clear everything out of the computer. But I don't know. It says dumb thought, but did you change octane? That's what I was asking. Did you use the 93 octane, Pat, on that? New York should have 93. But yeah, only 93. Okay. I don't know. It says maybe ethanol change. Oh, Shell V power since the beginning. Okay. I don't, yeah, that's what I would suggest, Pat. Just unhook the battery terminal, let it, let it sit there a while, unhook so everything clears. You're gonna lose stuff possibly. But the other thing you could do is, if you have the scan tool, um, just clear all the codes anyway, even though it's not showing any. Um, Pat said he switched over to a different oil when he changed it at 1,200 miles, but it only happened when it was at 2,800 miles. What type of oil did you use, Pat? Like thicker, like the 5W40 or 30? I know it comes with 20, 5W, 0W20, I believe it's a factory fill. 0W20. Okay, so yeah, you're still on 0W20, so that should be okay. So, but yeah, try that, Pat. Like I said, clear the codes or unhook the battery and let it clear and see what happens. But that's a strange one, very strange one. I would take it back, either a different dealer or even call. You can call customer service and tell them. I mean, obviously it's a change. So yeah, it drives weird too. Shifting is so delayed and it hangs at revs now compared to before. Huh. Autonut says feed it some beans to get the farts back. Uh something's not right there. I wonder if it's the transmission not shifting correctly. I wonder if they can read the transcodes. It might have to go to a different ECU to read the transcode. Maybe the trans is having the issue. But yeah, definitely take that in. Don't live with it. It's a brand new car. There's something up with it. Pat said, I thought it was because it would probably be a solenoid issue or the actuator. Yeah, so it could be something in the trans for sure. So I would not live with it. Just make sure you get that taken care of. But anyway, guys, all right. I think I'm going to leave it here. It's been over a half hour. Hope you guys stay safe. Definitely check out other videos. Watch the RAV4 video, and yeah, stay tuned. Maybe we'll have another one if we're still on this quarantine. Another live stream if you guys like it. Got a pretty good participation here tonight. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, expect a video on Wednesdays and Saturdays until we're back at least. So, all right, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.